All right, listen up, y'all.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another episode of All Things Education Official. I am your host and educator, DrAbdullah, giving you educational news from a foundational Black American male's perspective. Today, we're going to delve into a topic that I definitely think needs to be discussed. It is about a Detroit area teacher who moonlights as a 304 rapper, and thankfully, she loses her job.
Drippin' Honey's real name is Dominique Brown. She says that the parent continued to complain even though the educator was named Teacher of the Month. Despite asking for a complaint in writing, Dominique says she never received it. And Dominique believes that she was discriminated against.
I was like, hey, well, can we tell that parent to come in and see professionalism, see me in the classroom, see me after school, see me at all the games, see me dropping kids off every day, buying food, doing all these things. Can they come see me in my element before they try to say I'm unprofessional in it?
Was there at any point anything that was brought up that said your rap career may have, the lyrics that you use may have been a bad influence on some of the students that you had?
Well, the parents would just stay anonymous, and she didn't really give too much detail on what she did or didn't like, and the school didn't give me too much detail either. Music is part of the culture. We from Motown. This is what we do. So it's not like it's unheard of. It's the culture, and when you look like me, you just understand it a little more better, that it's not that I'm trying to deter these kids from stopping their dream.
All right. According to WXYZ Detroit article, a local woman is saying she was recently fired from her teaching position because of her rap career in music videos. Dominique Brown, whose name is Drippin' Honey, has been an educator for 7 years. She started teaching history at Taylor Preparatory High School in August in Taylor, Michigan. But all that came to an abrupt end months after she says a parent came across one of her rap videos. Brown acknowledges the profanity in her lyrics, but she says that has nothing to do with Taylor Prep and the positive impact she's had on her students and the community. In February, on her last day, she created a music video with her students that has since gone viral on TikTok and is called Drippin' 101. Christina Lynch Lackley Ba, a parent, told 7 Action News, "As a parent, we long for teachers who support our children and who inspire them. And she was one of those teachers, so really disappointed. For me, it doesn't matter what you do outside the education structure. Like once you leave that particular building and you go on with life, you do whatever you do," she said. Okay, it's so much to unpack. It's so much that it's too much. I'll say this, let's go from the top. No, they did not have a problem with the fact that you're a rapper, because if you were educational, if you were talking about things that were conducive for the community or conducive for children, no one would have had a problem. I challenge anyone, I don't say this in a promotional sense, but please go check out Drippin' Honey and you tell me whether or not her videos are something that you would want your child watching. She says she acknowledges that there's profanity in her lyrics. We understand adults curse, but it's about presentation. My really good friend, his mother passed away, and she was an educator. Her name was Muriel Lavelle, wonderful woman, great educator, just strong in every sense of the word. She told me that back in the 70s and 80s, if you were an educator, it was frowned upon if you were an educator and you did not have children and were married. So look how far we've come from that standard to now. We have people that are put in front of our children to be models that are dressing like the Sexy Reds, dressing like Nicki Minaj, Meg the Stallion. There was a point in time in our community where everything had its place. You had the women that did the nightlife work, they were on that side of town. The women who were business owners or dealt with business, they were on this sector of the community. You had the housewives, the mothers, the domestics, they had their lane. Now it's all mushed together, and now it has fully infiltrated the educational system. I work in a school where I see some of my millennial peers come in with the green wigs, the brown wigs, and I've seen this for years. This is not new. I've seen it, and they are some of the best educators. But to parents that are my age or maybe just a little younger, it does not exude professionalism. And when you're telling me as a parent that we want teachers who support our children and who inspire them, my question is, inspire them to do what? Because Believe me, the children are not looking at the fact that she went and spent 4 to 5 years in college and that she took the test for certification and that she may have stayed up late night studying for that test and she's up doing lesson plan. They're not looking at that. They're looking at what she's portraying on that video, and that's what they wish to emulate. They do not want to emulate the teacher, and that should be the highlight. This woman was given an ultimatum. Please erase your content because you are becoming a negative image to our children and you become a negative image in the school. She said, I can't do that respectfully. She had to choose between her passions. And I understand your passions is right now to be a rapper, not a problem, but don't do that in front of children. She actually, in February, she created a music video with her students that has since gone viral on TikTok. She did a music video with her students. I want you to look up that video, Drippin' 101, and look at the children in the video, listen to the lyrics, and tell me, is that appropriate for her to be showcasing to her children? We need to no longer say, we got to do better. No, we must do better. We will do better because at this point, there's no way, nowhere, no how but up. Once again, this is another episode of All Things Education Official. I'm your host and educator, Dr. Abdullah. If you like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think that this move by Taylor Preparatory School was a little premature or was too much? Do you think that it doesn't really have much to do with her abilities in the classroom? Or do you think that she should serve as a model for our students in and out of the classroom? Let me know what you think. I love to hear it. I love challenges. I love thoughts. Please remember, you are dismissed.
Yeah! You are all expurgated. You are dismissed.